This is Tim. Hold on.
I could be the coolest guy in the world, but once I pull out there on the track, I'm gonna throw my nuts over my shoulder, get him down, I'm gonna let her eat like an Ethiopian orphan out there in the buffalo. I'm gonna feel like an astronaut before I come around the damn corner, man. Let them know it ain't no bitch in my blood. We ain't these.
There's no bitch in my blood.
Bitch in my blood.
Sisters sell off all these pain pills, come in second.
My horse sister selling off all these pain pills.
I just thought that was funny.
That is.
I ain't got no bitch in my blood.
All right, y'all ready?
Well, all this gotta be on the bottom.
All right, welcome to our side of the fence, guys. It has been far too long. We've all been extremely busy, and but that doesn't mean that we haven't been doing some exciting things. So, I think we just obviously start at the most miserable things all of us have done in a while, and sorry, what's up? What's up?
You better
Gosh, so we all ended up wussing out on the whole marathon because it turns out we all got a really strong start to training in November and December and into January. But personally, my last run I'd done before the marathon was February the 12th. And
Mine
so
was
yeah,
And the
January.
marathon was April 7th.
yes, 13.1 was looking a little rough. And I'll just say,
You mean 26?
or what?
Because we did 13.
We did 13. Yeah, we did good.
Never mind. Thought you were saying we bitched out of the 13, essentially.
Oh no, we bitched out of the full, the 26, and went for the 13. But you know, I
Proud
think
to do it.
yeah, oh gosh, like the whole last year, I'm like, I could walk on and run a full marathon. I got enough grit. There is no way.
Zero chance.
There is zero chance I would have made it. Milo probably would have made it, but
I don't know about that.
tell them your guys' stats.
okay, I finished with a proud 2:15.
Milo did good.
2:15. I was gun time. It was like 2:01:50 something, and then chip time like 1:59:58, and I was really pushing to get under 2 this go around, and I was pretty happy to do it. So that was fun.
I think mine was 220 something, 228, 225. I don't remember.
Well, the cutoff time was 3 hours and 30 minutes, and I crossed the line at 3 hours and 28 minutes. And there was 60 people in my 50 to 54 male age group, and I finished 58.
There you
There
go.
you go.
If the other two hadn't got their walker stuck in a grave, I think they could have beat me.
I think
got
the pictures were my favorite part, though. Juan's
pictures were great.
It's just
Yeah,
we'll
Juan.
have to highlight those going through this.
Yeah, we had another salesman do it with us. One other guy, I guess he's busy working right now, but
He is.
you know, yeah, he did it as well, and it was a great time. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, I mean, we ran
Good
together,
time.
what, like the first 6 or 7 miles?
Yeah,
Then I couldn't hang. Those hills
Sequoia.
whooped me.
Nobody ran with me.
A couple people walked with me.
Does.
We
A
don't
couple
know
people
who
did
they
walk
were.
with me.
Yeah.
My daughter took off and left me.
Yeah. The cool thing is, you probably would have been a little bit faster because the first 2 miles is just very clogged. Like
We were passing
Yeah.
so many people.
You can't get a stride.
yeah. I like to do the first 1 or 2 miles to just as like warm up miles.
Yeah, that's
You know,
true.
10 to 11 minute pace.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
then
we were smoking on that. We did like an 8:30.
this second one, I think the first one I was like 10 something, but it was like, you know, because then once you get in your groove, and you start feeling it, it gets a little easier.
It's funny when the race starts and there's all these people. You're like,
Yeah.
and then it gets like mile 8 and they're all passing
Yeah.
you again. That's why they started slow. Got it.
It's just hard. Like if you're a non-competitive runner, like a very just you run here and there, and then you're going to go do a race, you cannot size yourself up against somebody else because there were some dudes out there, that young and old and women, that I'm like, there's no way they're going to beat me. And dang, if it wasn't on the Depression Greenway that they were smoking me like I'm standing still, you just can't do it. Yeah. I think the hard part for me too is like the difference between where I want to run mentally and where my body wants me to run on a longer run. Because to me, like a real casual, easy pace, just with my legs and how I've always ran, like I can run an 8:30, and I just know I'm running at an 8:30. Like it's a very, but you know that for 2 or 3 miles is different than that. You know, because that's what I was kind of honestly I had a hard time when you and I were talking, slowing it back to like a 9:30. It just felt hard on my body, but my legs didn't have an 8:30 in me for more than 3 or 4 miles, and it was humbling. It was humbling,
Very humbling.
especially if I get to the finish line and Brantley's like, "Daddy, there were some really old dudes finish in front of you. I mean, older than Grandpa, and they beat you." I was like, "Thanks, buddy. Thank you."
It was odd how I would pass someone that was walking, and then 2 or 3 miles again, I would pass them and they're still walking. I don't know what that was about, but there was a couple times where I did not see them pass me again, and I knew I had already passed them. That was weird. There's a lot of people out there. Maybe I mistaken for the same person, but there was a couple times I'm like, I know I passed this dude, but he had just gained on me again. You get very humbled by the people that pass you. That's for sure.
Absolutely.
I got passed by the guy that was wearing the blow up dog suit.
Hey, I got passed by the banana crew. All those boys wearing I got passed by like 6 of them at one time. Half a dozen bananas.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
good.
fun though.
It was fun.
Monday and Tuesday wasn't fun.
No, the soreness. Yeah.
Sunday, or Monday. It was Monday because we're at the ballpark field the rest of the day because Brantley had a baseball tournament. And man, I had to stand up like every 5 minutes because I was just locked. I was like, I think I hurt both my knees, and it just turns out my quads were extremely tight. I mean, we went out to sushi with Milo after. Oh
Yeah.
man, I looked so pitiful walking
Sat in the
out of that
booth.
restaurant. I'm like swinging my legs.
Like a robot.
Probably smoked some sushi though.
Oh, it was,
God.
that was great.
Yeah, and then I did that. Logan and I were doing a bone broth fast the next day, and I was so full until dinner. I ate that much sushi. That's why I'm like, you texted me, you're like, I'm hungry. I'm like, I'm really not. I think I'm still burping
still
up some of
good.
this
I had
shrimp
never,
tempura.
when I got to the finish line of the half marathon, it's kind of an odd pairing, but I saw that Bojangles biscuit, and I've never eaten a biscuit that fast in my life. I think that was probably 1 bite, 2 bites, or boop boop, like right after.
That
It
Because
was
you were
great they had those.
you were so
It
hungry.
was-
I
it
couldn't
was
even think
awesome.
about food until like 7 o'clock Sunday night.
Well, you're supposed to like eat after that because you probably burned 2,300 calories.
No, I couldn't think about food.
You were dying after you couldn't even think about eating
I
after
was
the
drunk
run?
driving home.
You were trying to you're just...
I was swerving and hoping that.
Did you take those fireball shots in Sequoia Hill that the guy was giving out?
I did not. I think Sierra grabbed one, but
What a champ!
I think next year I would if I was in a little better shape.
There's the guy across from him handing out bacon, cooked bacon.
Yeah, that was interesting. They had bacon and fireball shots. Sequoia Hills.
That made me want to move to Sequoia Hills, though, just watching how well that neighborhood came together. Like, you can tell Sequoia Hills is, like, the neighbors all know each other. They're very friendly. And it's just all the posters and the signs throughout there. And, that, like, worst decisions of 2024, signing up for this run. And
Yeah,
you see the guy in the
signs are
Speedo?
funny.
yeah. Yeah.
It was like 35 degrees at the start. And he's out there in a Speedo.
A Santa Claus Speedo holding a sign.
No, they had some funny.
He didn't have the figure to be
neighborhood stuff.
wearing a Speedo in 35 degrees.
I didn't see that guy.
He was
like at the corner
Was he
kneeling
running or
and
was he
kicking
just
the
cheering
buck.
people on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was cheering people on?
Yeah.
What his sign said something about hot dogs, I thought.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I thought that was a chick. I must have been in the days. Thought something was weird about that.
Poor guy. Shirtless woman out there.
God, Tyler
not well
got a lot of hair on her
endowed. He
chest.
wasn't well endowed as a woman or a man.
That's
God
what
bless
got me
him.
through mile 3 and 5.
It was fun.
It was
Whoopsies.
good.
There was some. Maybe this isn't appropriate to talk about. We could cut this out. There were some risky dressed people for 35 degrees running a half marathon.
Yeah.
We're like all standing there and. And Logan, you're like, Juan, close your eyes, look away. Hey, stop staring.
It is close quarters. It is close quarters starting the race. And me and Juan and Milo were surrounded by like 6 girls in sports bras. We're like, just look out. Look, we're not starting at this
Finish line, start
It's
line.
early in the morning. Keep focused.
Logan was prairie dogging it from the minute
Yeah.
he got down there anyway. So
Yeah, I had other things on my mind.
Kind of impressive that you made the whole race, I'll be honest with
That was all I was focused on. I was like, the faster that I finish, I can get some
you. Pushing
relief.
it through.
Because the porta potties was a no-go.
it was just funny though. Every time you ran past, there were people lined up waiting.
Yeah.
I was like, y'all can't hold
You're
it
wasting
for
time.
Yeah.
There was one dude that broke off into the bushes. I thought about that. He was standing there just.
All right,
Just,
you're not a real runner until you've been on you're like running through town and you gotta go and you just gotta find a bush. Like there is, I remember this one time I was running in Corvallis, Oregon, and I was probably on like an 8 or 9 mile run, and it just hit me because I did not have my diet in check. I ran so I could eat the way I wanted to eat at that point in my life because I was like working as a server at Red Robin and this and that. So it was like a very short 3 months period. I decided to try to go to college in my life. And I remember I'm running. I'm like, this ain't gonna work. I'm far too far from where I live, and there's nothing. Like I'm running and it's like industrial buildings and there's a church, and I'm like, well, they have landscaping. Look around, run around the church twice. I said, here goes my time. And I just, right there, I feel so bad to this day, but some poor church member was picking that up.
oh, I thought you meant to pee.
No, absolutely not.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Since you brought that up, you kept saying we kept talking about people pooping during the marathon, and so the whole time we were waiting for you guys to come in, Brantley's like, they didn't poop.
If somebody's gonna shat themselves during the marathon, it's gonna be like one of the first 10 finishers. It's not. I'm sorry, it's not gonna be the people running 2 hour plus halves. Those aren't the people shitting. It's like the.
There was some nice homeowners in Sequoia Hills. I think I could have tucked my way in to get in their bathroom.
We have plenty of clients. I would just
They
ran
got-
up Terry and
Yeah.
Phyllis's driveway, knocked on the. Did you see their gate got smoked as you ran by? It was like about falling off the post. Mm-hmm. That's still going on.
They haven't asked us to fix that.
Well.
I think it operates. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it,
About like Batwing doors.
13.1, it's less of a problem, but, 26.2, full marathon, that'd be something I'd probably worry about some more.
Yeah.
Take a kit with you, some wet wipes or something.
Take a kit.
Just like,
Take a kit.
because I mean,
I wasn't even wearing
Can't imagine
underwear
doing
under my running
2 of
shorts,
those.
let alone a kit.
Yeah, what would you bring in that kit?
Yeah, where's it go?
some goo pouches. Did y'all try those? I think those
I didn't run
helped
on.
me out
I
quite a
just
bit.
hadn't ran on them this round of running, so I was like, this is the last thing I want because I'll probably be like mile 12 and just exploding,
Yeah.
No, I tried. They tasted like awful.
It was a weird consistency, right?
It was awful.
It literally is just goo.
It's like molasses.
I hit the Skittles pretty hard there in front of the
I
church.
about choked on a Skittle.
Dude, the guy in front of me threw up. That was right by you. Did you notice that guy? He took them and then he's throwing up in the grass. It was
see
like
that.
right in front of us. I was like, oh God. Swerve.
I enjoyed. You can be a prolific litterer on a marathon, and I enjoyed just every
Sometimes I do it behind the back.
anything I didn't want. Just, because they go clean the track. So it's nice to just toss stuff.
You just don't want to be too close to anybody at the water stations. Because
Oh,
some people are like tossing
just
it
tossing
and
it
missing
up.
it. And
Yep.
I'll do it again.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
fun.
I'll
No,
do
it was
I'd
great
like to
time.
find a little flatter race maybe next time.
Yeah.
Because honestly, if that was a fairly flat half, I think we'd all be feeling pretty good. But man, when we were running through the university at the end, the downhills were hurting worse than the uphills.
The fort, man.
The fort.
That- yeah, that was tough. That was the toughest thing for me. Is like the fort area. Maybe it's just because I had less gas in the tank to push through, we were close to the finish line. But those hills there,
They're
Pretty
serious
serious.
hills though.
yeah.
I feel like we got gypped though, because I ran like 14.5 miles.
Okay, yours said that too?
Yeah.
Yep, that's what mine said too.
The Sierra said hers was like 13.9.
See, mine run 14,
No kidding.
14.4, 14.6.
Yeah, that wasn't 13.1.
So I was probably actually under 2.5 hours.
You're
Yeah.
probably at 215 as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was that last 0.6 miles that took an hour.
Yep.
I wonder if they just measure the inside of each corner, and then, maybe taking the outside just adds up over time. I don't
You
know.
know
Mile?
what? They're probably
I don't
like,
know.
these wussies running the half,
Yeah.
push them through another 3/4 of a mile here.
Yeah.
Mile. Well, that'd
Let's
be
give
over
them
a
an
mile.
extra mile.
The Greenway just killed me. That was, I think, just because the whole course, there were spectators and people cheering you on, and people volunteers, and a lot of people interaction. And then the Greenways, definitely post. That's like mile 9 through 11, I guess. But there's nobody,
Yeah.
and everybody's more spread out now too. And I was just like, get me out of here.
There's not very much sunlight. There's some rolling hills. You're just, yeah.
There's that bridge that has 3-tab roofing on it for grip.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, that's weird.
Yeah. Overall, a lot of fun. A lot of fun. I'm glad we all did that.
The Hollaroo was a little more fun though.
Hollaroo was great. That was so cool.
What was the Hollaroo?
So we did a soapbox derby, and we really had a week to put together some cars. We built all our cars in our weld shop.
Tim
4
built
days.
them.
4 day
Yeah,
Wednesday.
let's be honest. Tim put a lot of work into these. And
Still building them Saturday morning.
Any Tim's fencing clients that were trying to get a hold of me Wednesday through Saturday of last week, my sincerest apologies.
had some priorities on the table. Yeah, it was cool because we used fencing parts.
We did, and all of our extra office chairs.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do you know what's funny? We used a gate for your cart,
Yeah.
and then that gate needed to go out yesterday.
No
Austin's
kidding.
like, where'd it go? I said, that's the one we made the cart.
There's some really cool photos of you guys. at the
Yeah,
beginning.
let's pull up some of these photos and talk about it. But
Yeah.
it was actually cool because
Set TV on.
our shop, the first Tim's fencing shop, was on Anderson. Pretty much across the street from Flats and Taps. So like, there's the corner there. You go down there, and we're on the right there. And the next door neighbor of the place we were leasing was Daniel Shoe. And I was always like, man, if we could buy that building, that'd be great. And so I'd met Daniel years ago, 2016, 17, 18. And honestly, like, I'd probably only ran into him 2 or 3 times in the last 5 years. So how did this originally come up? Did he see us at Dogwood, or where did he saw us at?
at Mardi Gras.
He saw us at Mardi Gras, and he's like, hey, we're doing this soapbox derby. I've wanted to do it for years. And of course we said yes, and we fully overcommitted. But it was cool. It was a much bigger event, and honestly, like, in hindsight, he's like, do you guys want to sponsor? And we're like, well, we'll wait another year to sponsor.
We're
Look at those wheels.
Da da da.
You are, let's see.
look how far back Tim is.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just.
What
zooming.
happened?
Let's see, John's right in front of you if we want to
Logan checking his
Checking his
side
rearview
mirrors.
mirror.
I was boxing him out because his car was a lot faster than mine.
Was it really?
Yeah.
So you
I think
must have just
John
got it.
probably had the fastest cart.
For the record, I
Yeah?
did not know
Yeah.
that Luigi and Mario costumes had those little tummies on them, and I feel really bad. I'm sorry.
I just ran with it. It was all good.
I like this one. You guys
That's a
smiling.
really good photo.
Yeah, it is.
John, you were touching the brakes quite a bit because that steering was a little squirrely, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was so swirly. Trying to pass right there, and Logan cuts me off. I should have pulled a Tim and put him into the wall.
Right? B was so disappointed in Tim. He was so disappointed. He goes, Daddy, that's poor sportsmanship.
Of course, was for the wrecked or that he looked back and laughed at me after he did it.
That he didn't help you. And
He
I had
tried the
it all
same
on
thing
camera.
to me.
Well,
Going
he
down
told
the
me
hill.
he was going to try. He said, I'm going to wreck him. I'm going to wreck him.
I remember
Was he really?
we were going down and I was like looking down at our front wheels and our axles were like a couple inches away from each other because Tim was trying to hit me and I was like, oh fuck, oh shit. I just steered away.
Yeah, his was slow for some reason. Probably all those
I feel-
beers in the cooler.
Yeah, that's what I feel like it's because he filled his cooler up with ice and beer.
Out of Tim at the finish line.
Let's see here. Where he's spraying the beer.
Yeah.
He sprayed a beer at the finish line?
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
He brought I guess he pulled it out of the cooler and sprayed it around.
Wasn't there children everywhere?
Oh yeah.
It was funny
The
because
crowds were pretty impressive.
the crowd was impressive. Yeah, the announcer going back up because I had a GoPro on, and I got it on. You could hear her say, "You were like, guys, don't be like Mario and drink in the designated areas or something like that." After you're spraying beer.
Yeah, but
see.
in that video you posted, you can hear him like, and Yoshi for the win.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
whatever.
That was cool. How fast were these guys? I wanted to go up against them, but they were quick.
Pretty fast. So that guy, he's the one that shared his Amazon storefront with me. So I have it saved so next year we could use the parts because he's like, I did all the research, I figured it all out.
Yeah, I'm glad we didn't do these kit ones because they
Yeah.
were slow.
Me too, and we would have looked like everybody else too. So that worked out
Yeah.
for the better.
I don't even remember seeing this guy. He must have left.
Yeah, I think he only ran like one time.
Probably when you found out you had to drag your cart back up.
This guy was just so legit. Okay, so what's his story? What'd you figure out about him?
He's got a clothing brand, and it's just Not Famous Racing or something like that. And he's got like 80-something thousand followers on Instagram and TikTok.
Oh, B's in the back of that photo.
Oh, there y'all are. So- He had some sponsors on his car, but I don't know if it's like legit or if he just put those stickers on there.
He had like Red Bull on his
You know?
car.
But it did say Wicked Hubs, which was, you know,
They're
a local
cool.
place.
They were so helpful with everybody. Anybody that needed anything. Like they were working on that other guy's cart that was
Really?
with Daniel and
Wicked Hubs.
yeah.
Oh.
They towed us up the hill
With
on
those
e-bikes.
Super 73 bikes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Wicked Hubs. Got it.
Oh, he must have.
Oh,
the-
Tim, hold on. I'll show you.
Did you hear? I guess the announcer said,
there's
"Don't be
Logan.
like Mario and drink in the designated areas."
Yeah, after
I
the first
did.
run.
I wasn't drinking it though. I didn't drink the Miller Lite. I just shook it up and opened it on the course and dumped it out.
Yeah.
I will say in the videos.
I think I had 3 sips of beer that day. I had to open a beer, take a sip, open a beer,
it off the
take
top.
a sip.
What were you saying, Logan?
One was on the newscast.
Yeah.
The newscast. That was fun.
And you actually took it and you turned it around like you were sponsored by Miller Lite. And it was sitting like that and you pick it up and you turn it around and set it back down.
Yep.
The sad part is you feel like you're flying, kinda. Like I felt like we were going fast, and then you see the video and you're not.
You're not going that fast, yeah.
It just you feel dangerous,
You feel dangerous.
and then you see the video and you're like, I look like a loser.
Yeah, John got on the
Yeah.
news.
Channel 10.
Channel 10. He was talking about pretty much what we were doing and had his Bowser costume on, which is kind of funny.
Yeah, we should have won best costumes for our team.
Because
We got robbed.
we had a pit crew that was even dressed.
We had a pit crew. We had, even if Joseph had his mask on upside down, we still had.
We still, I agree. I agree. Well,
Yeah.
anything else anybody want to touch on about the Derby?
Well,
Yeah, I'd like to say on that last race down, I don't know what happened between me and Tim, but video does speak for itself.
I'll throw that in.
He definitely cheated.
Give us a play-by-play of what happened when you were going down.
Well, he had told me that he was going to take you out, but he didn't get a chance because you were gone too fast. And so we're sitting up there, and he said, "I'm taking you out." I was like, "Okay." So we're going out through there, and he's looking at me, and we're side by side. And I start to pull ahead. I'm thinking, "Oh man, I'm going to win a race." And I see him, and he hits my right rear wheel, and across we go, and I flip into the crowd, and he just takes off, and I can hear him laughing as he's pulling away. And I get stuck on a cone and,
Logan runs from the starting line
to help me get out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
It's got,
Daddy, you're cheating!
so when we got to the end, he was stopped with his hands up, and I just full bore slammed right into the back of him.
when you see John fall, it's like, John!
Not Johnny.
Not John!
Well, when you guys did your intros, like each of you got your test ones, you and that other car fell, and when you rolled, Jennifer's dying laughing. I was like,
That's my supportive wife.
Are you okay? Are you okay? And Jennifer's like hunched over. She can't.
Yeah. Nothing like listening to the video and your wife's cheering you on, and then you wreck and she's dying laughing. Not a care in the world.
Gotta love her.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, were the crashes as bad as they looked, or what?
No, gosh, no. It wasn't. You're going, like Logan said, you think you're smoking it down through there, and you're really not going that fast. So when you wreck, and it was so low to the ground that literally it was nothing.
But the big black one with the two people on it, they looked like they really got banged up when they crashed theirs.
That was an interesting design because they had one person control the steering and the other control the brakes.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely a good time. I think we need to.
Oh, there's.
That's
good.
What are you doing? Hyping up the crowd? Like, what's happening?
Yeah, that was. Come on.
Let's see. Were you all doing it? Here's one of Tim doing it too. 5229.
Let's see here.
I will say I actually had little kids coming up asking to take their picture with me.
Bowser was a good choice.
Bowser was a good
Bowser.
spot-on choice.
Oh my gosh! And then pull up 5126 of Logan.
Oh, that's good.
Or
Big
no,
time.
sorry, 5132 of Logan. Logan, this is.
He looks like the queen.
Oh no.
And then pull up 5132 of Logan.
Let's see, 5132.
Look at that. That's
It's like he's got his belly's
legit.
pushing him out of the way.
He's like got a straight face. He's got his Luigi hat, like rally cap. Like Logan's
he was-
here for business.
Looks like
Business.
you're about to corner or something. Like take
Yeah.
a hard
Yeah.
left turn.
Let's see.
There was a lot of anxiety in that steering. I didn't.
That was some sketchy steering.
Try steering with your
Yeah.
feet.
Yours was
Yeah.
more of a sure thing. Mine could have broke at any moment. Was the
Oh,
problem?
Yeah, it was-
Okay, 5098 of you.
It was sure all right. Sure you were going to wreck.
Yours, if you just hit it a quarter,
You're going 20 degrees to the right.
you're gone.
Oh,
Look
yeah.
at that. Look
This-
at that. Yeah.
I'm surprised how well this steering did.
Yeah, it
This-
worked out pretty good. Glad your fingers didn't get caught in the barbs.
Yeah, honestly. Yeah, that was a fun race.
You probably never pulled the brake, did you? Never really had to.
I tested it out on the test run to go, and then I was like, we don't even need them because you can just ride up the hill to stop at the finish line.
Yep.
So if y'all for the next go around, what are are some things that you would change about your car, if any?
The steering for me,
Yeah.
The foot steering was hard.
I
the
think-
foot steering was pretty tough.
Since we really know brakes, if it's the same track, we would just put a like quote unquote brake, but just really don't even worry too much about brakes. Probably prioritize tires and like good bearings and stuff, so that sucker will just fly.
The inspector's
So we
very
were
unhappy.
talking about the race. The question came up: did you or did you not intentionally wreck Bowser?
Oh, big time. Anybody that's ever played any Nintendo game would understand the tension between Bowser and Mario. Like, there's a lot of drama, and, you know, I was just personally offended in the new Mario movie that Bowser even thought he had a chance to take Princess Peach, so...
Well, my Peaches had a good laugh about me rolling down the
You
concrete.
lit. Bowser was fine.
Yeah.
Bowser was fine. Honestly, I was just upset the public didn't help you out and get you going again.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, Mario didn't need help. I got myself out of the hay and back on the course.
Luigi had to run all the way down there and kickstart me.
Next year, hot dog stand. We're bringing one,
Oh, big.
Yeah.
and we're gonna clean up. Mm-hmm. We're gonna put hot dogs in that cooler that you brought. Set up some
You better get a bigger cooler.
Cokes and Sprites. Because all I wanted was a chili dog.
Yeah, that's the one thing we
It
didn't
was
really
way too
find
hot to
much
eat a chili
food.
dog.
Couldn't find one.
I wanted like a chicken Caesar wrap or something.
Nope. Straight chili dog.
Chili dog. Maybe some spaghetti too.
And then
idea.
they had like Asian. It
There was, like, one
Asian
food truck.
cuisine.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want that.
I didn't understand that.
Just a hot dog.
But I
food
guess
truck,
to be
man.
fair, it was the first event of that type, you know. So
Oh,
maybe
they did a
next
bang
year,
up job for. I mean, they didn't
they'll
have
have
much.
first time?
They didn't have hardly any time to plan it.
Yeah.
They're doing another one in October. It's going to be called the Holler Boo, Halloween themed.
Yeah.
And I guess we can bring the hot dog stand. We'll
Yeah.
bring the hot dog stand.
We'll give it a shot. We'll even donate the profits. I just want the hot dogs.
I just really want a hot dog.
I just want a hot
me,
dog when I
me
want
and
it.
Brantley have talked extensively about having a hot dog stand business. I mean, we got the menu settled. We're ready. We just need the stand. You can find them on Marketplace for like $1,500.
Yeah.
That's a good buy.
We just throw some wheels on it, and then we got a derby car.
Yeah, we'll do a bicycle one so we can go down the hill.
Why would you spend $1,500 for a hot dog stand?
Because they have
Couple
like
coolers?
heaters in them and coolers, and they have the hot dog cooker roller on them.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that is legit. Okay.
What are you gonna do? Just microwave them, plug into Hops
Well, I'm
and
like,
Holler there?
with our
A
derby
grill?
cars we just made, surely you just make a hot dog stand like that.
Well, we already got one then. I got a cooler on my cart.
Yeah, that's what
It's
I'm
still
saying.
got beer and my hammer in
It'd
it.
be a mobile hot dog stand. Hot dogs! You're throwing them.
Just toss it up.
Here, we get a George Foreman, and and like an AC unit, like electric. What am I thinking of? Like a generator,
Yeah.
but it's just a big. Tim,
What do you think, Sarah? What do you think, Sarah? Hot dog stand carts next year?
I like the fencing material carts.
Oh yeah, I like that too. I want to ride down there on a horizontal.
Because you could.
I want chain link with barb arms. Barb wire going up.
If you go into the crowd next year, it's gonna get ugly.
That'll really fit for the serial killer theme if we do that.
Yeah.
Well, with Club XYZ right there, I thought we could do like an all leather chap theme with some really hardcore carts.
Luckily,
like,
I already have those.
like steampunk style, you know.
Luckily,
Luckily.
I got those under my
prepared.
jeans right now.
It's in the office right now. If you want me to put them on for you.
If you don't mind. We'll definitely do it again though.
I think
Yep.
the coolest thing was just kind of designing them, and then actually seeing them work. You know.
Yours worked so flippin'. And what's
I don't
funny
know
is
how.
yours was like the prototype for the steering
Right.
and all that too. And man, I think your steering angle was the best though with the tube,
Mm-hmm.
that steering tube going down. But I mean, honestly, we didn't cheat. The only thing we used that wasn't fence parts was threaded rod and the wheels. That was it. Everything else was
Yeah.
right out of the fence shop.
But you could argue that you can use those on fences from time to time, so it would be
Sure.
fence parts. We've used some wheels and some threaded rod on fences.
Oh, that's
You're
true.
right.
Like gates.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
So it's all fence components.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
If and the question came up, I asked them, but like if you had to change your car up or do anything different, what would you do?
It's not going to be like dragster length anymore. You know, I'm going to shorten it up. Honestly, I want to do like more like a motorcycle where you lean over on it. I mean, 4 wheels still, but you know, where you're in that position and you're down on the ground, a little more aerodynamic. Maybe the weight's distributed it, you know, because I think part of it was with some of our carts is all the weight was over the back axle. I mean, that axle's going to take a little bit more of a beating doing that. And then I think also maybe just with it being downhill, some weight on the front might help. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
We know what hill we're
I'm
doing.
no geologist, so I don't really know things about stuff.
We can just go test them throughout the year
We've
on the
got
same
some
hill.
time.
They
Yeah.
should do it on DeMarcus Road. That's a way better hill than Central. I will
Thanks,
say.
Skippy.
We've got a few months, but we'll probably end up doing it a few nights before, anyways.
I think we have to start on Wednesdays. That just has to be the that has to be the theme. It's just down here Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I mean, we were working on them till 10:30 Saturday morning.
Yeah.
Still welding brakes on them. Because I will say the brake design was the hardest. But after looking, nobody had good brakes. Nobody was stopping efficiently except for Daniel and that other guy.
Sunshine had like bike
Hydraulic.
brakes
Oh, okay.
on one wheel. They had like a caliper brake system, so I guess that was interesting. But
That is pretty cool. That is very cool.
I think the huge thing is just good bearings, good wheel, just making sure those wheels and axles are aligned. So maybe we use like through axles.
I
Like
think we'd
next
have to
time.
go through axle. One of my bearing housings broke too. That's why my wheel was cambering so hard underneath the cart. Is just the inner part that the bearings ride in. It sheared, so couldn't quite get it to stay straight. That's why I was hammering it every run, just trying to kick it up a little bit more. Zip tie spacers. It's a good time.
It was fun. It was a good experience.
Here's my damn.
Well,
That'll wrap it.
Okay, let's wrap it up.
all right. Well, thanks for coming to our side of the fence.